We are going to make some homemade burger buns that are super soft and they're very easy to make. Also pretty quick. You can have this recipe done in under 2 hours because it calls for instant yeast. So you saw me measuring precisely there because I wanted to make sure to get the measurements exactly right when I posted this recipe on my blog, but I've been making this recipe for a long time. I just started out with a 1/4 cup of warm milk and 1 1/3 cup of warm water. I am adding in 1 tablespoon of instant yeast while I'm giving you all the single batch recipe that is on the blog, and I will link that in the description. This makes 12 buns if you make the single batch, but in this video you're actually watching me make a double batch. So if what I'm saying and what I'm doing doesn't line up exactly, it's because I have a big family and I'm making extra buns for everybody. So after the yeast, I added in 1 1/2 tablespoons of sugar and then 1 large egg, 2 teaspoons of salt, and last but not least, you need to add your butter and flour. Butter is what makes these buns really, really soft, kind of almost like a brioche, not quite a true brioche, but you're gonna add a 1/4 cup of softened or melted butter, either one works, and then 4 1/2 cups of all-purpose flour. If you use a different kind of flour, especially if you use whole grain or something like that, add less. Mix your dough up and see if you end up needing the whole amount, because you can always add more, but you can't take it away. That's what I tell my daughter. She's 10 and I'm teaching her how to bake. I tell her that all the time. She's so tired of hearing it, but it's just such a valuable lesson. So once you add all that to a bowl, if it looks pretty sticky, like it won't knead or work very easily, just cover it with a towel for 5 minutes, walk away, come back and knead it really well. Once you knead the dough for about 5 minutes, place it back in your bowl and let it rise until it's doubled in size. Then punch it down and you can shape your buns. Now in this recipe, each ball of dough should weigh about 100 grams. Now you don't have to weigh your dough, but I was taking pictures. I wanted them to be nice and symmetrical and look pretty. So it's a nice even number. They come out to about 100 grams. And like I said, I was making a double batch here, but I ended up using half of the dough to make cinnamon rolls. So this is a really good all-purpose dough. So I made 12 buns and then I made cinnamon rolls. Now, once you shape your buns, cover them and let them double in size again before they're ready to bake. And I like to give mine a brush with an egg wash, which is just an egg and a tablespoon of water whisked together. Brush that over your proofed balls of dough, buns, I guess you could say. And then if you want to add sesame seeds, you sure can, but you don't have to, it's optional. Then you are going to bake these buns in a preheated oven at 425 for 15 minutes. So this is really quick. They bake at a high temperature for a short amount of time, and that gives them, that along with the egg wash on the top, just gives them a really like golden brown, you'll see here, I'm about to bring them over and show you, golden brown tops, but they're really, really soft on the inside. There's nothing worse than when you're like having burger night and the bun just overpowers the burger because it's chewy and humongous. So in my opinion, the 100-gram weight bun is the perfect size, and the fact that these are super soft, they just make the perfect burger buns. So you'll see me cut into one here in just a second, and I'll show you what they look like on the inside. And once again, the recipe will be in the description, so just tap the more button below this video, and the full recipe with frequently asked questions and details and everything you would want to know will be on my blog. I will link that for you as well.